Hi guys, good morning. Cliff here. I just thought I'd give you a idea of a day in the life of Cliff. Um, Today is another day off from work, and the time is now 8:30. I've been up for an hour. In that time, the first thing I've done, I haven't had my breakfast yet, but I've got a nice glass of water, warm water as well. Um, in that time, I've switched on the PC and I'm rendering a video, which I'll upload later today for members to get first peek at. And that'll probably take 3 to 3.5 hours to render. So while that's doing that, I've also just been online and answered some comments, which you guys put up, which is great. And I've posted a community tab post. This is about the chipmunk, which you've probably seen the video of me having fun in the park. What better way? It was great fun. I've also flown it a couple other times after that, but the wind is in like double figure winds, and that's what breaks models. So I'm just repairing it now, and I've just put a community post up. I had an idea. I had to put two pictures up. One of the chipmunk asking you guys, should I carry on? And the other one was a bag of chips, which I had during the week. I don't normally take photographs of my food, but they were just, boy, those chips were so good. I had to text it over to my wife to make her jealous. Anyway, I was at work at the time. And so I thought, hang on a minute, chipmunk, chip shop. Let's put the connection there, asking you guys, should I go for a bag of chips or shall I have another go at flying the chipmunk? Repairs are underway anyway. I ripped the wing, the right hand. I've ripped the left hand wing off twice. Now I've done the right hand wing. But what was good about this model is I've made the windows, cut the windows out to save space, if you remember. Space, what I'm talking about. Save weight, which has been great because it's allowed me access inside to put a new main spar. I think I've put about 3 or 4 main spar joiners in now. It's only 16 balsa. Anyway, and I put a bit of sellotape on the front to make it more streamlined again. Well, less drag, you never know. And I'll probably make up a new rubber motor, but I've just checked the weather forecast for the whole week and it's not dropping below double figures. So it's going to be an exciting second go. Anyway, what am I doing today? So it's 8:30 now. I'm just going to finish putting some balsa wood into this and put a bit of tissue back on. I've just repaired it here and there, cut bits out where it's got broken, and I'm repairing that. So I'll get that in and repaired, then I go to my breakfast. And if you're really interested, I'll show you what I have. I think I've heard my wife moving about out there as well, so I'll have to try and dodge her. Well, not dodge, you know what I mean. We both go to the same cupboard at the same time. It's better if I let her do her bit and then I'll go out and do mine. And there's the cat to feed as well. You might probably seen the cat on a couple of videos, and she's forever hungry. Every 3 hours she wants a sachet of cat food. So anyway, I'm just repairing this, and as soon as that's done, I'll put a bit of tissue on and that can be drying. And the time now is, yes, it's just gone 8:30. So I've been up an hour, but stuff is going well. It's a flying day as well, but it is breezy. When I say a flying day, I mean we can't fly Tuesdays and Thursdays up at that local field, due to planning restrictions. But it's Monday today, so I could have gone flying, but at the same time, we'll probably go for a nice walk. I've also got a little repair to do on one of the Da Vinci's, which I flew day before yesterday, which I haven't started yet. But anyway, this is kind of a day in the life of Cliff video. So, put on my lovely new Baron Flights t-shirt again, or hoodie I should say. Nice and snug first thing in the morning. Beautiful. Probably go to bed in it soon. Right, so I'll see you in shortly. Give you an update. Cheers. Juice a few oranges. Should do it. Ooh, look at that. Lovely, lovely. Don't drip, don't drip. There we go. I like to tip it just a little bit, get the last few drips out. And I also like to put on a few of these little bits, which are, you know, just give it a bit of substance, not too much, just a bit. Makes it nice, doesn't it? Tomatoes aren't turning red much, and this bunch fell off yesterday when I picked them. But Sal will make some chutney out of them. Lovely, lovely. This is what I have most days. Something with fruit on. Just give that a quick rinse. A bit of Greek style yogurt. Hope you're not finding this too boring. I'll leave that out. Put this one away. And I'm going to go and enjoy it. That was nice. Then I open the greenhouse, which is in the corner. We've got lots of tomatoes growing in there this year, but it hasn't been a very good year. But nice all the same. It's funny. Anyway, what I'm doing is I'm just making up a new rubber motor for the Chipmunk. I'm making up a 1/16 loop of 60 inches. And first of all, I've got to lubricate the motor. Lubricate it, sir. Like that. This is like a, I don't know what it is. It's like syrup, but it's lovely stuff. I get all my supplies from Mike Woodhouse in the UK, Free Flight Supplies. This is a scene you don't normally see, isn't it? This is my sort of control centre where I do all my video editing and stuff. I used to do all my model building here on a table, but then I got my bigger room available, so there we are. Right, got a loop of 1/16. I've got a special hook I put on there. Hang on, just want to stretch it out a bit. Back in a minute. First job is to put some wines on it. And when you let it go, it's got to drop into these funny sort of loopy bits. Let's try a couple more. The more wines you put on the motor, the shorter it is in the fuselage. But because the more wines you put on it, the less wines you can put on it. So each of these turns is 5. Right, so it's doing that. So I just unhook that. I'll put that over the peg, the pin, then I get it roughly the same tension both sides, just by feeling it. And then I'll put that back on and let it go like that, and it's now braided. So it's shrunk down to, well, it's quite long. In theory I should be able to put a good 1,000 turns on this, so give that a go. First thing to do is, this is the tricky bit, I've got to put this little rubber ring over the end, and it is tricky. I've forgotten how to do it actually. I've forgotten how to do it. So I'm currently rendering a video, part 3 of the DaVinci 1.5 build. It's on that screen there. It's got 48 minutes still to run. It's been going for 2.5 hours. And it's a 20-minute video, I think, so it's quite long. Plan to go out in a minute. We're going to go down to the local village, pop into the shops for a couple of things, and then we're going to go for a little stroll down to the church. It's 14th century. I think it's 14th and 15th. It's had a big addition put on it, and you can tell on the inside, if we can go in, you can tell on the inside where the join is, as it were. I'm not doing. Let me try and get my little hook a minute. By now, I would have uploaded my DaVinci Flyer maiden video and the little accident I had, which I'm going to do a video on crash scene investigation, if you like, work out what failed in the structure. Anyway, here we are, the bench. Ooh. That's how you knock your models off and break them. So I've patched up the tissue from earlier, just waiting for it to dry a bit, then I'll dope it. Looking forward to giving that another go actually. These bits of bobs I've used for repairing the Guillo's. Got to use Guillo's balsa, you see, from the kit. Morco suggested that I use a gurney flap instead of, well, he's not the only one actually, instead of putting weight on the wingtip, which is terribly inefficient way of trimming a model, to use what's called a gurney flap. A gurney flap is a strip of balsa which you put underneath the wing. It's like a down, it acts as a downward sort of, so it lifts this wing. I think Kenny, one of the guys on the Guillo's forum, had 1300 turns on this 1/16, which is a lot of turns. I think I might have a little problem with the undercarriage coming through there. Just squeeze. There we go. I think this tissue might be ready for a quick lick of dope. Just open the window, let the smell out a bit, so I shall get into trouble. In fact, I'll shut this door as well, keep it in here. And what you can't appreciate is the fantastic smell of dope. It's a bit thick, a bit heavy rather. There's quite a lot involved in getting one of these models. Hair's come out. Get one of these models up and running. What's the time now? It's 25 past 10. Right. She's nearly ready for another go, guys. Another go, guys. But this is up here. That is where I put my laptop when I'm doing live streaming, so it sits above. Have to do another live stream soon. Be interesting for you. Always get a little bit nervous before a live stream. I think it's only natural really, but the funny thing is at the end of the live stream you're really on a high, which is great. Okay, that'll do for the minute. See you soon. Okay guys, here we are. I'm going to listen to Popmaster on the radio, aren't we? And I'm going to have a nice biscuit I'm rather partial to a plain chocolate digestive. I shall take 2 in advance, and then hopefully I won't go back for too many more. And we've got real coffee, percolated coffee, with double cream. So I'm going to listen to Popmaster on the radio, pit my wits against the contestants today. The other thing is, I've just been watching Adam's Model Aviators, a review of the Savage Bobber he's built. Really interesting. I'm going to incorporate a couple of ideas he's come up with. But I've left that for the minute. I'm not quite there, but I've commented already. And I'm going to strike up the BBC Sounds app, Radio 2, Ken Brusso, and we don't listen to copyright music. And because it's copyright stuff I'm listening to, I can't let you listen, so we're ready to go.
Jodie, best of luck to you, and here they come.
And here they come. So I'm going to listen to that. We're going to listen to that and pit our wits against it. I always beat her, of course. We're both useless. Right, off to the shops, local shops. I've got a choice of vehicle. So I'll take the little silver one, as my jalopy is blocked in. Here's the front garden. You could do round the pole here if I hadn't planted that tree. Bit of a breezy day today. Tall tree up there's a good indicator of wind. It's rocking around there quite a lot. I know it's blowing about 15 mile an hour up at the patch at the moment. But some nice fields over yonder as well. I've often had my eye on that one for slope sawing. Maybe even the top one, to explore them one day. Anyway, off to the shops. This is a little back lane down from the village where we live, close by anyway. And as you can tell from the leaves, it's not used very often by cars or anything. Only people on foot. There's the church we're going to in the distance, 12:10. Morning.
Good morning.
There's another sign that the road isn't used very often. These potholes. I'm going to go over the railway line in a minute. It's not a major line. It's Oh yeah, look. Oh, that's the new houses. Yes, made a nice job of that. Very nice. A couple of new houses going up there, which is going to be interesting to see. In a minute, we'll look down onto their back gardens. We're onto the busy road now, look. That's 2 cars. The wall's still warm, which is lovely. So here's the new houses. These look pretty expensive. It's just 2 houses. Last time we came down here, they were laying the grass seed down and all that. And it looks like they've got a ride-on mower from old tracks. Oh, there it is. Look, they've got a one of these little mowers that just drive around, slowly cutting the grass. I'll tell you what, if that was mine, I'd dress it up with we'd put an aeroplane on the top, wouldn't you? Just bolt a plane to the top. That looks so cool. Look, you can see its tracks, so it just has a random course all over the place. What a lovely lawn there to fly a model around in. So this is a 14th century church. Oh, look at that. I pointed in it, bell rang. 1:15. Here's the railway line from Newton Abbot down to Paignton, which is the end of the line. This is St Mary's Church of King's Kerswell.
and when the rains come, this will be a little river flowing down, a little stream I should say. I've never seen it dry. Oh, mind your head. Oh, look at this. Is that carved in stone? I think it... No, it's... I don't know what it's... It can't be stone, can it? It sounds like sort of stone. It's not rusty, so it's got to be... Yeah, look at that. 1914. Who passed? March 1914. Emma Sarah Moses Ray, just Ray I think, I'm not sure. Okay, let's see if it's, touch wood, it's open. Ah, excellent. Welcome. Quiet. So you can see the earlier part of the church is this one here. You see the columns, and then this side much later. It'll be 12:30. Fresh flowers. That organ. Look at those pipes. I would pray not to have a bad crash. So yeah, beautiful little church. 1916. Oh, I think the Commonwealth War graves are just over there, aren't they? Yeah. Actually, I guess when it's breezy from another direction, this could be... Well, it's quite sheltered, isn't it? You could get away with flying here, as long as nobody would mind. There we go. It's nearly 1:30, so we're going to go and sit in the garden, have some sandwiches and a nice cup of tea in my Baron Flights mug, which goes with my Baron Flights. I'm advertising the Baron Flights here. Check out his YouTube channel. I shall enjoy these, and we'll see you later. Right, now it's cracking on. It's 2:25. I'm going to pop down one of my two local model shops, and I'm going to buy some balsa and spruce. Now, the balsa wood, I've taken delivery of a parcel of a Da Vinci Flyer. This is my build video for the Da Vinci Flyer I'm going to do for the kit when it's available. Well, this is essentially a kit, but I do need some main spars, etc. So I've got to go pop down the shop and buy some bits for that, and I can assemble that on the video. And also I need some bits to repair the Da Vinci Flyer, which you probably may have seen by now on a video, which had a bit of a nasty accident. I've yet to do the post-accident review, find out what went wrong. And the fuselage, well, it will just all strip it off and repair it and glue it back together. Main damage is just up on the side here, but that can all be repaired. Just got to strip some stuff off and patch it back together. I'm going to pop down the model shop now, and I'll be back hopefully not too long. Then we can start. Oh, when I come back, I've got to upload that video it rendered this morning and put all the settings in and what have you, and that will be available to view for my channel members.
for a day, and then I'll make it viewable to channel subscribers. See you in a minute.
It's probably an hour has passed. Yeah, it has. So I want to have a go at looking at the DaVinci accident damage. Actually have a start at making a video on what went wrong with the DaVinci. So what I do, pop that out of there. Let's pop that somewhere as well. Put that over there. I could do that. Just before I do that, quick look at this. Kenny's commented an hour ago. Oh, it's the chipmunk. Oh yes, it was the chipmunk post with the bag of fish and chips. As much as I like flying, I'll never pass up a tasty treat. Okay, I shall answer that one. They were really excellent chips to Kenny. Right. Okay, send that. Heart. Thumbs up. Because Kenny's a subscriber, you see. Sorry, channel member, so he's got the little windsock which goes up as the months roll by. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Go back to the video. And we'll put that out of the way. I'll do the intro in a minute. Okay, let's have a look at it then. So I'm going to say something like, okay guys, welcome back to the channel. What happened with the accident and etc. So now I'm carrying on. I'm going to say, okay guys, so these are the bits. Sorry looking pile. Very sorry looking pile. I'm just going to sort of do a little look as to what went wrong. It's actually snapped directly behind the main spar, which comes along and ends here. Salvageable and get a new pair of wings built. So all is not lost. See you soon. So I'll turn that off. So that's the intro for the repair video done. But in the meanwhile, I want to, let's move those out of the way. I want to get on with building the wing up for the new DaVinci, or having a look at the parts. So let's, in fact I want to make a proper video out of this guys, so let me start again. Hi guys, Cliff here. So I've got a new model to build. The new model is the kit for the DaVinci Fly. In fact I'm going to start again because this is going to be more of an instructional video for the kit itself. I don't know what I'm going to say. Hi, welcome to the channel. My name's Cliff. Hello, you're watching this video because you've got a DaVinci Flyer kit you're going to assemble. If you've bought the kit, then you know, and you probably opened up and you've got lots of goodies inside. This video is going to be primarily with the construction of the kit and just detailing the things to look out for and how to assemble it. So I've got 4 sheets of printed instructions currently. I'm going to edit those and get them ship shape, so I don't know how many sheets it'll end up with, but you'll have instructions in the box as well. And what am I going to say next? I can cut this bit out. Let's get on with the construction. I'm going to get my plan down, lay it on the table, and we'll have a look at the fuselage to start. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and keep looking. That sounds a bit naff, doesn't it? Anyway, I can edit that bit out. Okay, so let's pause it there. And what else I want to do, I actually haven't printed out the instructions, so I've got to print out the instructions for the build so as I can follow along and make alterations as I go. So I'll let that computer boot up a minute. Hey, while I'm chatting to you, I had this great idea. Richard Harris, the Autogyro bloke on YouTube, who designed the Atom, which I want to get out again very soon because I loved flying them. I commented on one of his videos and he said we ought to see a Da Vinci Flyer autogyro. What a great idea. So I've got this shorter wing that I made for the biplane, and I was wondering if I could sort of, hey, look at that, mount it not on this fuselage, make a new fuselage, use the rotor head from this because I know it works, and make a Da Vinci style. Whether I've got to email, I've got to or ask Richard anyway. I've got to ask him, will an autogyro fly with a V-tail, because they need a lot of rudder. They turn on rudder. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't work. He is the knowledge base for autogyros, and while I'm at it, I might get sidetracked and just finish loading up that latest part 3 video for part 3 video for the Da Vinci Flyer build. Da Vinci Flyer build instructions. Print. While it's thinking of doing that, let's get back onto YouTube. So what I do, I've got up the Da Vinci Flyer part 3 video, and I've got to put a description in here, and I'm going to see what I put on the part 2. Fuselage is ready for covering. She's hoping everyone hoped for. This video is a bit on the long side. Grab yourself a beverage. Actually, I don't need that there, do I? Let's get rid of that. To the final build of the Da Vinci Batfire in quotes. Welcome back to the final build of a Da Vinci Batfire. I'll link to the maiden flight video as at the end as soon as it's done. Of course, it is actually done now, but I haven't got around to editing it yet. Oh, I haven't done a thumbnail yet. I'm just going to link to part 1, I think, for those people who haven't watched it. So it's not a playlist, so we delete that element. Yeah, I'll leave that thumbnail on for a minute. It's only going to be for subscribers to start with. Not subscribers, sorry, channel members. So let's just pop that up to members only. And I'm going to make it double speed because it still counts and I'm not watching it. That one there. And I'll do the thumbnail as soon as it's done. So I'll click upload thumbnail and pick one in a minute. Right, back to the build. Now I've got those instructions. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start the construction video for the Da Vinci Flyer kit. So let's just talk to the camera. I think I'm recording. Am I recording? It's quite important. Yeah. Tighten that up a minute. Right, what's the time? 5 to 4. Where's the time going, eh? Right, so what I've got my plan. Your plan will be slightly different, like this. I'm going to continue with this video, guys, and I'll come back to you a little bit later when I've moved on to something else. Right, I've had my tea. There's 1 hour before sunset. I've put the rubber motor in, and I'm thinking I might flash up to the field, see if I can get some more trim, get some flights in. You never know. This may be the only chance I get. So I'm going to go up. To remind you, the rules of this competition were to get a minimum 20-second flight to qualify for the draw. Before I put any wines on it, I'm going to give it another test glide because I've added that. I'm test gliding it with the propeller on now, but I've added the gurney flap under this wing. So it feels about 5 miles an hour. Just give it a gentle push. Okay, went to the right slightly, didn't it? So let's put on sort of 100 winds or something and see what it does under a small amount of power. The thing is, I haven't got a huge amount of time before that sun dips above behind the moors. Oh, through uphill. I think I've done it. I think it coming back in the field. Yes. Oh, that had me really worried. So I put on right thrust there. That was too much. I want it to move to the left a little bit. This rubber powered lark is really great fun. Everyone ought to try it. Right, I must count. I need more right thrust. 1200 turns. That's a lot of turns. Oh, okay, 1300 turns. Oh Lord, that feels like it's under a lot of tension. Okay, I'm going to make that right thrust to there. Pull out the pin. Oh, rubbish launch. Not enough right thrust, was there? It flies beautifully. Which is 1350, is it? Alright, I'm going to put on a bit more right thrust. About there. I've got that bit of up elevator in. Down. I think that was 22 seconds, and I think, if memory serves me correctly, that's what Kenny's did right hand circles, finished off left. Anyway, it was left hand circles, and as the torque went, it went straight and then round to the right. Perfect, absolutely perfect. If you can see it in the dark, that was a beautiful flight. That was my best flight. Actually, I think that was my last flight, guys. Houston, we have a breakage. So there we are, game over. This is my day in the life of Cliff video, and yeah, there it is. Hopefully a successful evening free flight rubbering. So let's go home, have a look at the video and see what we got. The day is still young. Okie doke, I've downloaded the video. Bishop Willows 2022 build off fly off competition. And this is what I've got. This is the best flight. I thought it was 22 seconds, but it's actually only 21. But I've had to tweak the brightness a little bit just to try and make it visible. But you do see the plane bounce when it lands. I stopped so as it was, but you can see it. She just bounces there. That's actually 21 seconds. So I'm happy with that. What I'll do, I'll render that off now and keep that. I might even go up tomorrow and see if I can. I'll make a new motor up, see if I can't get it slightly better than that as well. We'll see. Right, so while that's rendering, let's go in the other room. So I put on 1360 turns and it broke. But 1300 turns was alright, so there's a salutary lesson. I suppose if you were desperate, there's no reason why you couldn't tie that up again and use it. There's nothing wrong with the rubber per se. What do I need? I need my lubrication. What is the time? 8 o'clock. I'm getting in a bit of a mess here, guys, because I'm talking to you and not tidying my room. Lube, rubber lube, and well, it's certainly worth repairing. Oh, don't sit down. That one there, I plugged in a battery. It's too big, and I've blown the board. Damn nuisance. That there, and the little box of tricks. Occasionally I just like to stop and look at my models. We open it there, and it'll actually, this is the rendered video. Actually, it might look a bit better on the screen now, we'll see. It's a bit blurred there, look, I can... If it had gone more round to this side, it would have been well lit, but it would choose to stay in the sun. Actually, that's not bad, it's reasonably clear. So that's not too bad. So I can send that in probably. But I'm going to hang on to it because I want to see if I can better it tomorrow. After that, I'm working in the evenings, unless I get up early morning. Let's just finish with that. I'm just going to do a couple of emails and then I'll be right back. Okay, still at it. It's 10 o'clock. But I've just got enough time, I think, to put together another 1/16 rubber motor before tomorrow, 1300 turns, and I should get, what's that, 100 and, what did I say, 1300 divided by 5, 58, 60, 1300 turns. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see how long it runs for. 25, 26. So as long as I can keep the model in the air, it's 30 seconds. This is great. Cool. If I can keep it in the air, okay, it's lost its power now. So good 30 seconds, if not 35. Okay, let's assemble it and get it in the aeroplane. Now I've got to get it over the top of a cross member, else it won't wind properly. Okay, so that's that. Now all I have to do is to pull this motor into the model. I should do that just by winding it a bit. I'm not going to fit it in the stooge, I'm just going to sort of hold it down there. There we go. And pop that little beauty. I think we're almost ready to send the last text of the day. One last peek at YouTube before I finish for the night. Actually, I've just had a thought. I just replied to these couple of things. Mr. E pilot, who's he, Gudgeon? Mr. E. Reply to that one. I thought I saw one more question there. Oh yeah. Okay, right, I'm going to shut that down and I want to just go to Movie Studio and I'm just going to edit a bit of the, what do you call it, maiden flight of the DaVinci Flyer 1.5 from the other day. I want to start editing that video. Save this one as Backfire Maiden, because I've just put part 3 build video up. Backfire Maiden, like that. Now I can start to edit this, and the time now is 10:30. I'll work till 11 o'clock, I think, and then go to bed. So there we are, guys. A day in the life of Cliff, and hope you found that interesting. We have had a lovely day today, and I feel I'm looking tired. It's probably not the best angle. How about that? And this is what my days comprise of. Not every day runs quite as smoothly. It wasn't a flying day today, apart from the chipmunk. But it's nice to spend a bit of time with your other half and enjoy the garden a bit. And it's been a lovely blue sky day, and it's going to be the same tomorrow actually. So last day off tomorrow, and then back to work. So I'll say cheerio, thanks for watching, and that's just my day. Cheers guys, bye.